not only that, you can get solar panels on it, and if you live in Southern California and you drive no more than 30 miles a day, you never need to plug it in, and it will be charged all the time.
Yeah, because if you think about the pure physics of that, so really then there's a certain amount of energy that's separate. There's like two energies I think about. One is how much does it take to accelerate from zero to whatever speed you're talking about. There's a certain
Hmm.
amount of energy. And then once you get to that speed, the only thing you need to overcome at that point is just drag. That's all you need to overcome.
Yep.
Because tends if an object can accelerate at this point, and you're going to get dragged from the tires, and you're going to get dragged from the air is the significant one. So if you reduce your drag aerodynamically, yeah, that you get a radical increase in distance you can go.
This is the car.
Oh, look at the fairings on the wheels. They're designed to reduce
Yep.
drag.
The other thing about this car is it's all open source. You can get all the parts and you can print them on your 3D printer. So if you damage a car, you can print the part and replace it yourself. They're
Oh,
not
that's
trying to build an ecosystem of dealers and
yeah,
mechanics, right?
yeah,
And so it's solar. The entire car with the battery and everything weighs less than just the battery on an F-150 electric.
yeah. Because the weight, because when you start accelerating from zero to whatever speed you want to go, how much mass is there? You can directly calculate how much energy it's going
Yeah.
to take.
Now, I wouldn't want to be in an accident in this car, but the
No,
idea is interesting.
the idea is very, very interesting. Like this is kind of cool. So this is really, and we need to talk about how we argue at some point because we need to make sure that we lay all the constraints out there and that nothing is
I
left
tend to
askew.
come at an argument before all the constraints are laid out, and I like to add constraints as we argue. And I think you want to have all the constraints in place first. That's the impression I get.
Well, no, that's exactly, yeah, I think that's exactly right. So my argument for my technique is that, well, how do you expect me to predict if we don't put all the constraints in, right?
And I'm going for the best outcome of our argument, which means I can't put constraints in until we agree on what those constraints are.
Well, then it sounds like that like if we want to discuss something, the first step is I'm going to start asking, what constraints are you using?
But I think a lot of those get sussed out as we talk. And that's why I quite often when you say something, you get angry that I changed the problem.